Quickly to the air is Wilson. And incomplete to open things up.
I don't see Northern trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cartwright. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while...
Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for the squad.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From a a couple of yards beyond midfield. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Cartwright. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They go play action with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cartwright. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra.
The coach tells his defense, don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short pass to Howard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Throwing right, caught by Dulcich. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here comes third down at 7. Looking to throw. Cartwright. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. P-Ryan is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Raider D, they get the football back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defiant Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
A true all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Cartwright. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 92 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Cartwright. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They begin the drive with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
No pass. Good job right there.
To throw is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Broncos 10.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Once again, it's Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Cartwright. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check that. Street.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Cartwright.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over.
This is 1st and 10.
Wilson to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Throwing now is Wilson. His throw incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Simmons. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
110 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.